Hey everybody, welcome back. Repentance. I almost deleted all 3 of my save files there accidentally. Make sure you're on the home row. Don't look at my streak. I don't give you my permission to look at my streak right now, okay? That's a stream streak. It's 2 different things. You know what? We haven't played as Tainted Judas in a minute. Mega Satan, True Ending, Alt Path, Delirium, Greedier. Anything late game will work for us here. I'm not necessarily super sold on my ability to play well as Dark Judas. It's one of those things where, like, you know, I think we had a relatively easy time of things when we played as this character early on, so we haven't really gone back. Which means we're probably setting ourselves up for, you know, being a little bit underprepared, but that's okay. A fun character nonetheless, as long as you're not worried about getting carpal tunnel syndrome by playing on the keyboard and mouse. But we don't need to get into that. It is a Friday today, TGIF. I'm having a good day so far. Slept really well last night. Part of the reason I think I slept well is I started watching, and this is, I think, fairly typical for, you know, people that have young kids. Like, I can't, unless I plan for it, like, well in advance, it's hard to find the time to watch, like, an entire movie in one sitting. So you really gotta find, you know, a couple of nights where you can dedicate maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, and watch it in chunks. And then it's extremely important, you know, because you got that limited amount of free time, that you make sure you only watch the choicest, you know, highest quality media properties that you can. So that's why I've been watching this movie from 2014 called Outcast, starring Nicolas Cage and Hayden Christensen as 12th century crusaders who then find themselves traveling to the Far East in order to engage in some dramatic politics surrounding the death of an emperor. Would definitely highly not recommend it. It has a limited amount of merit, but watching I'll watch Nicolas Cage do anything. Like, I know that Nicolas Cage is both Oscar-winning, you know, actor, and also a bit of a meme. I've seen, I don't know, to be honest with you, I may have seen more. And we're gonna try, I think, to do this. Why not? I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, when I looked at the stats, I've seen more Nicolas Cage movies than movies from anybody else on planet Earth. And I'm being 1,000,000,000% sincere when I say that. I genuinely, this should be our secret room, by the way. Never mind, I'm leaving, and I'm never coming back to the basement one until tomorrow, hopefully. But I've seen, you know, most of his quote-unquote good movies, and I've seen a staggering amount of the bad ones. Really, like Bangkok Dangerous. I mean, this is not a bad movie, but it's kind of a notorious one. It's actually a really good movie, in my opinion. But Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, like, it's just Knowing. I forgot about Knowing, the movie where God is an alien. Like, I would definitely. Oh, dude, that's so good. I would say he's like the most compelling actor in Hollywood. Okay, apparently Midas Touch with Dark Arts doesn't do what I want it to do, but that would be incredible. If we can just get any form of invincibility, basically, like, Bumbo is gonna realize he hitched his wagon to the right horse here. But regardless, it's just, of course I've seen The Wicker Man. I don't mean to insult Nicolas Cage, you know? If anything, I genuinely kind of, I mean, respect is not necessarily the right word. I embrace the fact that he apparently will just do any project, and I know that maybe that's tied to some kind of, like, you know, financial mistakes that have happened in the past. But I don't know, is there another Hollywood actor who is so obviously talented, yet ends up taking roles that are, like, just insane. Like, I don't think there's another person that occupies that same niche in Hollywood, and it's kind of incredible, quite frankly. Okay, don't die. I mean, like, Al Pacino's done some weirdo stuff, don't get me wrong. Not just like, you know, Jack and Jill starring Adam Sandler, but even stuff like Simone in the early 2000s, which was about the first VTuber, I think. Don't hit me, though. Bumbo, thank you. Bumbo, you genius. We want to try maybe Mega Satan, because this... I'm not totally convinced about this alt path working out for us. Health up. Luck up. Let me take a look here for 1 second. Keeper's Bargain Isaac. Adds a chance for devil deals, black market, and a pound of flesh shop items to cost money instead of health. Items that would normally cost a heart container will cost 15 cents instead. Interesting. Okay. So it basically, it turns devil deals and other deals where you can use your HP. I think we need to buy a spirit heart, unfortunately. Into just regular, you know, trade offer, I receive item, you receive, you know, financial instruments. Okay. Well, we will not be getting... Golden Pill's kind of interesting, huh? We will not be getting a spirit heart, but I definitely do not mind, at the expense of our donation machine, I definitely do not mind stopwatch. But it presents an issue for sure. Anyway, long story short, I don't know if there's another actor in Hollywood who is so obviously talented and applies it in such idiosyncratic ways. I'll watch anything Nicolas Cage has been a part of. I haven't seen Mandy yet. I know that one's high on the list. Just let me work my way through Crusader first. Or not Crusader, sorry, Outcast. It's one of those things where I was like, you know... So, I think from a business standpoint, Bo Burnham's Inside is a huge dub for Netflix, because I hadn't opened the app in so long that they were actually starting to send me, like, push notifications. Push notifications that are like, hey, are you there? Hey! So I think that they were starting to get a little bit upset, quite frankly. They were getting a little bit annoyed with me. So I you know, used, obviously, Netflix to watch Inside, because that's where it is. And then I was like, what else they got on this platform in this, excuse me, that's maybe good, in this day and age. And, it was one of those things where you lose a little bit of faith in your fellow man, right? Because Netflix shows you the charts. It was like, this movie is number 9 in Canada today. And you're like, really? Outcast? A 2014 film starring Hayden Christensen. Obviously, we're taking this. Is the 9th most popular movie on Netflix? Like, you got like 15,000 movies on here. And my fellow countrymen said, you know what? This looks good. Isn't that the guy that played Anakin Skywalker and then retired from acting? I got nothing against Hayden Christensen, by the way. If anything, I should note, I'm pretty sure he's from British Columbia. So if anything, I've got to respect him that much more. Mathematically speaking. Mathematically? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. But either way, you might say, but NL, you're watching it. Yeah, but like I have a superiority complex, so I'm watching it to laugh at. Other people presumably are looking at it and going, this would be high quality entertainment. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll say, my God, what have I done? So anyway, I'll have my updated review of Outcast ready in, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks when I manage to finish it. So far, my review, not good. I encourage you, maybe, if you're seeking genuine... Come on, dude. Oh, I almost died. If you're seeking genuine entertainment, I might encourage you to watch something else. Okay, don't die here. This is of the utmost importance. We're not gonna go alt path. I think we're gonna try maybe like Mega Satan Delirium is a possibility. Suplex is interesting. It's just fun. And I actually, I'm thinking about it. First off, it can break angel statues. This, I suppose that's true. But on top of that, I also, dude, membership card is pretty good, but I think we need more money. And in fact, it's better than pretty good, and it's half price. But I think we need more money to be able to buy potential angel deals. When you consider that we have the Keeper's Bargain, we could always dump Keeper's Bargain. Maybe we don't have to buy. We don't have to buy angel deals. Whatever. You know, no one ever went broke saving money. Definitely not true. Anyway, what I was gonna say though is I think between Dark Arts and Suplex, you know, first off, my brain's gonna be frickin' great play. Totally twisted up. But on the flip side, I should be able... That was terrible. To just kind of chain them back and forth, I think. I can't seem to use suplex here. I'm trying and I can't seem to get it done, so let's ignore that for now. Okay, Yum Heart. Definitely not what we're looking for. I mean, at 1 HP is kind of... And by kind of, I mean, you know, severely dangerous. That's... anytime you get a free item, you're happy. Let's just start with that. This run to me right now seems like it might have a little too much mental overhead. There you go. Donk 'em. Okay, so that's what we're looking... I don't know why I couldn't make it work on... whatever boss we just fought. Super Lust? Mega Lust? Envy Lust? I can't remember. Okay. I do want to look in here. HP, always a nice thing. And these boss trap rooms, I'm so ashamed of the fact that I insulted the boss trap rooms. Without realizing that actually they're like extremely very good and always have an item inside of them. They're just harder to get into now. So that was good. No deal with the angel, but that means we're guaranteed to get one on the next floor. I'll go to bat for a suplex. I think this is a fun item that might be strong. I'm not fully convinced of its strength necessarily, but I am, I think that if you just look at it like a meme, like, you know, Final Fantasy VI, he's suplexing a train or something like that, I think you're missing the point. I think that the time is a resource, you know? The more time you have available, especially when you got something like a infinitely charging spacebar item like this, the more time you have at your disposal, the happier you're gonna be. I think it's almost like it's like a secondary invincibility upgrade. Let's put it that way. But anyway, that's my anecdotes. I will also say for anybody that's been following the saga, I know I've mentioned it on stream, but I don't think I've mentioned it on the YouTube videos up to this point. After complaining about it for a long time and having people be like, "Why don't you just cancel your HelloFresh subscription if it annoys you so much?" I have canceled my HelloFresh subscription. Or more accurately, if I may dip into boomer humor, my wife has agreed to cancel our HelloFresh subscription. I promised I would. I was like, we can save some money. We can make more delicious meals. We can put the premium that's going to the HelloFresh Corporation right now. We can pop that into either the quality of the ingredients or you know, find another way to make up the difference and have a greater variety of recipes, and the meals will be faster to cook. And she was like, all right, but that's on you. And I was like, I feel like I'm Michelangelo. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. I tried to put a little extra sauce on it because I wanted you to not think I only know it because of the Ninja Turtles. I feel like I just got like a patron that is going to support me, and now I can make the Sistine Chapel. The straw that broke the camel's back, and again, I apologize if you've heard this 70 times before already, but they had HelloFresh is one of those meal kit services like Blue Apron, or, you know, Good Food in Canada is another one. But the straw that broke the camel's back was they had a recipe for quesadillas, and it took about 40 minutes to make the quesadillas that are, I think, originally were designed to just be like a quick meal and or snack, but the amount of and by the way, it's not that people take it the wrong way. I think they're like, oh, this guy's complaining about, you know, taking 40 minutes to cook dinner. Well, I am, but like, if you know, I don't mind taking 40 minutes to cook dinner if it's like something I'm coming up with for myself, or if it feels like it's you know what, let's believe it's called Angel Breaker, yet it doesn't break the angel statue. Boy, I sure hope somebody got fired for that blunder. I think it's, you know, like, you don't mind listening to an album you love if it's 40 minutes, but if your friend goes, hey, can you listen to this really quick? I think you'll like it, and then they link you to a 40-minute piece of music, you would be like, what's wrong with you? You've overstepped the bounds of the friendship code. The maximum allowable time, or runtime, I should say, for any recommended piece of music from a friend is like, you know, let's say 6 minutes. Slightly longer than the average piece of music you might hear on the radio, for example. If you're closer, you know, you can take it on a case-by-case basis. I'm just trying to justify, like, what's defensible and what's indefensible. Because I know, like, when I was in high school, you know, a lot of my friends were really into Opeth. They'd be like, you know, sometimes I'd link them to like a Guided by Voices song. It's like 45 seconds long or something like that. Then they're like, that's cool, I didn't like it that much. You should listen to this song. And it's like Blackwater Park by Opeth. It's 12 and a half minutes long. And I was like, I'm not, look, I know the way, when you're already invested in it, you're like, it's the best 12 minutes I'm already into. I'm not insulting Opeth, you know, I haven't, they're not really my scene. I still have not really dabbled. I'm merely suggesting that, you know, there's an unspoken code. Like, if somebody links you to a viral video and it's more than... and it's more than, like, you know, 10 minutes long, you probably have a justifiable cause to be like, come on, man. Like, I gotta... My lab report's due tomorrow. That's my 2 cents. I don't believe that friendship means you always have to listen to the songs that they send you. In 11th grade, maybe, but as time goes on, you know, things change. Here's how good Angry Fly is. I actually, like, forgot that we had it. You know what, Bumbo? I agree. Yeah. Once you get to max level, you stop leveling, but the item is so good that I forgot it existed. How about that? We're actually too strong. It's like we're so strong, Suplex doesn't get a chance to actually work properly. Now, we've done Boss Rush, we've done Hush. This should be a very winnable run. Like, are you seeing? Okay, that was just horrible, but... the thing we suffer from the most right now is merely HP. If we can find a way... Even if it's just buying, like, a buttload of Spirit Hearts, which I believe is the ISO 9001 certified name for 10 Spirit Hearts would be a buttload. Anti-boss rush technology has now arrived. Thank you. Anyway, I forgot how I got there. I don't remember when I was talking about how long a piece of music could be, but... Oh, I was talking about HelloFresh. Yeah, I'm excited, dude. I don't know. I'm paralyzed right now by choice. You know, I'm looking at all the things I could cook, and you know, I'm no slouch in the cooking department. I'll admit, you know, everybody. There's a classic joke that I won't repeat here because it'll get like Google DeepMind demonetized for certain. But in university, I got so into cooking that for a couple of years, people got me either food or cooking related Christmas gifts. Knives, you know, nice meats and stuff like that for not cooked, for me to prepare in my own time. And I must be the only college student not in culinary college that I've ever met who, like, once a week, my friend and I would go halvesies on, like, a whole uncooked chicken and potatoes and rolls and stuff like that, and I would high roast that chicken every week. I would, like, you know, starting at 5 p.m., I would trim the spine out of it. You kind of, like, smash it flat. Then you crank up the oven to 500 degrees. You put some herb butter under the skin. You get it all greased up and everything. It's delicious. But one time, Kate went to Japan. I was on survival rations and also working too much, to be honest. I took a hard taco shell, sprinkled some cheddar cheese on the inside, put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to melt the cheese, thought maybe it would be like bad nachos. You're perpetually judged by the worst meal you've ever cooked, is what I've realized. By the way, I didn't eat it and go, this is awesome, I'm gonna do this some more. I took like 2 bites and was like, I mean, when you microwave a hard taco, it just gets weird. Like, it almost, it turns a hard taco soft, but not in a way that is, like, pleasant. Let me put it that way. Get owned. So, you might think that I have some culinary opinions for sure. I'm at a weird, I guess, like, intersection of both, like, food convenience, but also food respect. So, you know, not everybody's going to agree with me, but I've done some cooking in my day, and I'm excited to get back into it. I'm also excited for that to be a health upgrade, which it was not. We're doing just fine. Mega Satan is actually kind of unlikely. But it's actually... We're on Dank Depths 2, okay. Mega Satan is kind of unlikely, just because of the... I don't want to say we got screwed. That's actually mighty helpful. Because I don't really think that's fair. Wonder if we could maybe try to squeeze in Boss Rush and then teleport out real quick. We could always try True Ending on this run. I don't really think it's in the cards for us right now, but... we could maybe give it a try. 1944. Nah, I don't think we're gonna be able to make it. We're very close. We're not quite gonna make it, but we could squeeze in True Ending. I think there is the chance that the shortcuts we take to get to True Ending might leave us with too little HP to actually succeed in general. So I think it's more sensible, in my opinion, to take the time to farm up on this floor. But then I'm like, hold on, if we're not doing Mega Satan, what the heck's the point? Because we have to do Mega Satan or True Ending to make this come to pass. In order to get something unlocked on the post-it here. Well, just in order to get progress. Man, HP is so bad as Dark Judas, huh? The world. Yeah, that's fair. We have I think maybe we actually do have to try True Ending here. It would, well, we'll see. If we get an angel statue here, it's not impossible to get Mega Satan. I'm just trying to play the percentages, but that's a random mom item. At this point, that's probably more advantageous, I think. You know, I gotta be honest, Book of the Dead is pretty good as well. I think we could give this a shot. Can I tell you that, like, essentially immediately after doing this, I was like, I think Blue Candle's better. There's something to be said about Suplex, too. Like, it's a cursed choice. Like, I feel like, I'm the main character of The Taming of the Shrew here. What's the reference there? Get me out? The main character of The Taming of the Shrew is a young lady who has 3 suitors. I don't remember the, one of them's, you know, rich and old. I don't remember the other ones. One of them was played by the same guy, Michael York, who played Basil Exposition in the Austin Powers films. I don't know anything about Michael York as a human being, but he seems like the kind of guy who, despite having like a career in, you know, theater and Shakespearean drama, doesn't seem to be too offended by being referred to and mainly known by the younger generation as Basil Exposition from the Austin Powers films. I always wonder about that. Like, I heard that, like, Alec Guinness was, you know, I don't know how valid some of this stuff is. Like, things just pop out on the internet, and then they, you know, forward, 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 BCC, forward, forward. I heard Alec Guinness, like, disrespected Star Wars. I wonder if, like, for the rest of his life, you know, when people were like, you know, hey, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I wonder if he was like, excuse me, I played Mercutio in the 1947 adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, actually. Don't call me Obi-Wan. Doesn't matter, right? I mean, it doesn't matter if we go true ending. We didn't get it. I think we have to try true ending, but I'll be legitimate with you. I think we're gonna die. We're forced to make a choice here, but the reason I'm going true ending on this one is because this is the only way that we can go that guarantees us a chance at the ending that we want. If we go the other way, I guess technically we could still get to a delirium fight if we wanted to do it that way. But if we went the more traditional path and we didn't get another angel statue, which is kind of hard to finesse without the HP to do an Eddie room, I'm a genius. Then we would have been disappointed for sure. You know, we might have completed a run that was fun, but we wouldn't have actually gotten any accomplishment for it, which is okay. You know, the entertainment is the factor here. It's not so much getting everything unlocked, but I wouldn't mind if it happened one day. What are you? Come on. Come on! Really? After all that I've been through? I'm willing to sack Alter. Even though the seal is good, and Bumbo's great, I don't know why I'm willing to do this way. We still got Bumbo, but we lost 7 seals. But we got the Pact out of it. I don't know. It's a close call. I think I'm happier to have lost. There's a rock you can blow up here to make the stuff fill in, but I don't remember what it is, man. Anyway, regardless, we're moving on. You know what? I had a joke pop, like, kind of fully formed into my head the other day. I forgot to mention it. Being a millennial means when you're angry at somebody, moving them from the to field of an email to the CC field. I gotta work on my delivery for that. You ever do that? Me neither. Wink, wink. I don't think we can play you endlessly here, by the way. How weird... Well, maybe, like, how weird is it is not the answer, but... It's always... It's strange that there's basically, like, two fields on emails, right? Like, there... And I can't believe this is where we're going. This is me trying to get, some street cred with, like, the IT crowd, so I can maybe, like... do a 15-minute comedy spot at, like, the next Google employee retreat or something like that nobody pays attention to. But, like, what's up with the 2 field and the CC field? BCC is, like, I obviously understand the use of BCC, because once a year, and this is the truth, once a year, a marketing firm will email YouTubers. It's a different main character every time. They'll email YouTubers and Twitch streamers, but they will, oh, I should have gone to the shop, man. I forgot we can't leave once we come in, but at least we got some HP here. They will email a bunch of YouTubers that are on their mailing list. They'll put the names in the... Oh, we can go to the shop on the way. We got Mom's Knife for a room. They'll put the YouTubers' names and emails into the CC field instead of the BCC field, and it's a nightmare. Because you know, I gotta be honest, every YouTuber, myself included, has main character syndrome, and a lot of them haven't been in the business for that long. You know, some of the biggest quote-unquote stars, it was more insulting than I intended, but some of the biggest personalities in the business are like 23 years old. You know, they graduated from high school, did 2 years of college, dropped out because they were getting 15,000 viewers per stream. You know, you can't really blame them for, you know, just looking at the numbers in that one. There is no shop on the way back. Okay. Well, this is okay because we're going to get 3 spirit hearts when we sleep in the bed anyway. So just, like, don't give up too much HP for free. And we'll be somewhat happy here, I think. So you get an email and it's like, hey, do you want to play, like, this game? We'd love to hear from you. And then, like, you see everybody else's email and you're just waiting for the first person who's going to be like, way to go, you didn't put this on BCC. You got us all on CC. Bet you feel silly. And then, like, 7 other people reply to that. And then, like, from that one person's mistake, you end up, you know, receiving 60 or 70 emails and finding out which YouTubers think they're a lot funnier than they actually are. Sorry. I'm not saying I've never done it. I'm just saying it's been a while. And it still keeps happening. Maybe it's just the sign that I'm getting old. I was thinking, another sign that I was getting old. First off, I do apologize for tweeting Alexander Graham Bell is slept on for real. I didn't realize that Alexander Graham Bell, in addition to possibly inventing the telephone, but there is some dispute over intellectual property and patent infringement in that, I didn't realize he also was an early proponent of eugenics. So, you know, that's on me. I should read the biography before I make the tweet. But I was struck yesterday. Every once in a while, you know, when you live in a world that's so technology focused like we are right now, I think you can take it for granted. Yeah, obviously phones work. Duh, it's not the, you know, 1800s anymore, Grandma. But it's kind of amazing. Like, a phone is so weird. You have a voice. You talk into like a glorified cup on a string, and the string, I don't even know where that came from. That hurts. Please don't forget to use dark arts. The string carries your voice. This is mighty bad. To another person, and then drops it off into their eardrum. That's insane. Like, you know primitive technology? How he's like, you know, he's built like a Tesla Model S plaid model after just going into the woods with like 2 sticks or something. Like, oh my god. We're gonna die. As incredible as that is, if he built a phone, it would be even more incredible. Like, it's kind of, as much as I don't really like the telephone, it's kind of one of the most amazing inventions in history, right? It turns your voice, what the heck are you? It turns your voice into an electrical signal, which then travels through, like, across the earth. Like, you could call somebody, like, I'm living in Vancouver right now, I could call somebody across the Pacific Ocean. They might pick up the telephone. That's crazy, man. I get that it's not, like, literally carrying your... like, it's not your voice becomes an object that is then transported across the 7 seas. It turns your voice into an electrical signal, which is then, like, you know, interpreted at the destination point. That's still amazing. Like, if you gave me infinite time and, you know, like, 2021 knowledge, I don't think I could reproduce the invention. And I mean, like, no one would expect me to, because I have no discernible real-life skills in science, or engineering for that matter. But still, like, that's incredible. And then add in, like, wireless. So first it was like, hey, you can just use, you know, the wire will take your voice to its destination, don't worry. And then secondarily, they were like, oh, by the way, you don't need that wire. Remember that wire we told you about? Yeah, just forget it. I'm not hungry anyway. That's amazing, man. A lot of modern technology is, like, incredible. Obviously. But, like, that's one that, like... Even still, like, it's crazy to me that the phone was invented in, like, you know, 1876 or something. I mean, I'm sure the Quality freaking sucked. Well, I know the quality freaking sucks, because anytime I have to, like, call my bank, it sounds like they're still using Alexander Graham Bell's first telephone that he used to say, "Watson, come here, I need to speak with you." Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line to be the next available representative. Oh my god, it's my bank's hold system. Sorry, I'm trying to delete it. I don't know if we have secret rooms here. In hindsight, I definitely wish that I had given this 30 cents that we originally had to... I'm willing to do an extra room here, man. I wish that we'd given that 30 cents to the fortune teller. But in my defense, we didn't know that we were going to have a fortune teller. And I've never seen that, like, rotten baby before. In Isaac, I have no incentive not to tell it to you straight anymore, okay? I genuinely, you know, if I think we're going to win, I'll tell you that I think we're going to win. I'm not interested in misrepresenting the run, making it seem like we're going to lose just to, you know, build up drama or anything like that. If I think we're going to lose, I feel like I'd rather let you know in advance and hope that you recognize I'm being honest about it and would not, you know, I might be wrong in many occasions, but this is my honest appraisal. I'm going to tell you that right now, this run is a loss that could win. I know it's not necessarily looking that amazing right here, and our HP is truly horrible. But I think when you factor in, and I haven't been doing a great job on, well, really any of the home floors, I would say it's fair to suggest. When you factor in our ability to use dark arts to avoid getting hit on the Dogma fight, hopefully, and maybe on I Hate You, maybe on the Cuphead fight as well. Like there's a lot to like there. I'm not saying we got the win. I'm merely suggesting, you know, keep in mind our HP is bad, but we are about to get more HP as soon as we can rest in the bed, provided we live. You know what the ultimate kick in the teeth would be? Imagine if, because we have a bone heart, sleeping in the bed just fills our bone heart. Instead of, no. Instead of giving us the spirit hearts we so desire. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work like that, but let's give it a try. Okay, this is spirit heart. We love to see it. That'll give us 3 more spirit hearts. So I think if... Okay, and that's what we want to see. Now, we want to see Mom's knife from our item here. Probably won't happen, but stranger things have. Mom's wig is not so bad. And then we also have Mom's lock that could give us Mom's knife on the boss fight. So I just want to start here by saying, I think our play is to always try to chain dark arts. That failed miserably. But to always try to chain dark arts with an enemy attack. So if we can dark arts the TV, or even better, like if we don't have to, I think that's the dream. Like if we can just use it to... Oh, jeez. We could just use it to dodge or to get temporary invincibility from some of these attacks, almost as if it's like a breath of life that actually works. I think that would be for the best. So I don't see a reason to really chance this one right now. I think we got a pretty good thing going on here. I don't really feel compelled to run in there with dark arts, try to do a little bit of extra damage, but suffer as a result, suffer the risk of possibly taking some increased damage as well. Okay, we're on Beyblade strats. We didn't get hit there. No, that was just the sound of... Oh, come on. That was just the sound of that attack finishing its animation. We're free. We're free? Hello. Hello. By the way, no offense taken, Bumbo. No offense taken. That worked. Okay. Dude, I told you. What did I tell you? You didn't think there was a chance. I told you I think there's a chance. And here we are. Here we are giving it a chance. Bumbo is surfing on a bunch of spiders. And I gotta say, I'm for it. Dark Arts. Remember Dark Arts. It's your infinity protection. Infinity protection. I don't know if Bumbo's doing anything, but I respect its decision, one way or the other. That hurts. That hurt as well. But we did do a lot of damage via Midas Touch there. The hit do be painful. I hate to say it because this, you know, it makes things harder on me. But I would say at this point, much to my chagrin, my honest appraisal of the run that we have as we speak right now is that if I lose, it's... Wow, that was the worst. If I lose is actually, like, completely my fault. Like, it would be a throw. Now, it wouldn't... Like, throws happen every day when I'm playing this game. Especially on stream. But I definitely... I couldn't feel good about it. Let's put it that way. Ooh, my voice isn't meant to do that normally, but... How do you whiff with Blue Candle in that situation? I have embraced the fact that, like, if we don't take damage from that attack, it's just miraculous. So just call me, Mr. Miracle right here. Okay, so we still got a little HP. I'm trying to get a little bit spicier than usual. We don't get hit by those. Keep in mind, Bumbo is gonna help us out. He's not there yet, but once we get to the next phase, Bumbo is gonna be of mission critical importance. Midas Touch is doing so little damage, I just realized, like, that I'm not even sure it's worth using Dark Arts for any kind of offensive purpose here. You know what we can use Dark Arts for, though? If Bumbo's doing the eating and we got all these spiders down here regardless, you can see there's a ton of them. We can use Dark Arts to not have to worry so much about the stone spikes that I now have, like, PTSD and refuse to call stalagmites or stalactites because apparently everybody out there is like an amateur geologist. They learned it in 4th grade and then made it like an integral part of their identity. That was fine. That was fine. That was totally fine. He's cracked? He's insane? Alright, Bumbo, this one's for you. By the way, you may hear something that sounds like your own tinnitus. It is merely the approach of the vacuum cleaner. Bumbo, you're almost there. There he goes. Do not fear. The vacuum cleaner cannot harm you. It can only psychically harm me. Okay, great stuff. Break dead. I don't know what I was doing. I guess I just wanted a slight damage upgrade temporarily. Any second now, we're going to have to bail. The bailing has begun. Something so satisfying about, like, when you get to add gravity into those shots and still hit them. Okay, so this is for all the marbles. Now we engage in the real fight. I wonder, you know, I do kind of regret. I think it would have been fun to take Suplex down here. I don't know if it... I mean, I'm assuming you can suplex this boss. What's happening? Are we really that weak? That we have to see this attack? I thought we were doing pretty well, honestly, in the damage department. We melted the first couple, or we didn't do too badly against the horsemen, but, you know, suddenly everything's kind of changed here. Thank God for stopwatch, huh? I don't know where you're popping out of. I assumed it would be that side. Lucky me. Come on. I just want to see, like, there we go. The little horns doing some work. Why is this taking so long? I'm not, like, mad from a timing standpoint. I didn't think our damage was so bad. I'm like... I mean, if anything, the longer this takes, the more it appears that I am, like, a god gamer for having a chance to beat it. I don't really think that's the case. I'm just... It's a little bit... It's like, this might be the longest, Cuphead fight we've ever had. I can't really act, by the way, like this run was not good. Like, I think we pretty much, we got everything you need, obviously, just self-evidently by the fact that we're gonna pull out the dub here. But we really did suffer on HP. We didn't get a chance to buy too many Spirit Hearts. We didn't get too many, HP ups, but there you go. Sanguine Bond has now been unlocked. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!